Hey guys, Brendan Legger-Wood here, author of the 3+1 Plan and chairman of YPC Group, where we help you to build a thriving property portfolio so you can live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, but in such a way that you're not creating a second job or actually working yourself into an early grave. So what I wanted to do today was we've been running the webinars now for a while, and we've compiled hundreds of questions that you guys have been asking. So I want to take those, and what I've done is I've broken them down into a number of really key questions that most of you guys are repeatedly asking. And what I've done is I want to present them to you so you get that level of education. I've always been a massive supporter of free education. And so that's what I want to do for you guys today, is really give you, I guess, what most people out there are concerned about in the market now, about property investment, about strategies, about structures, about all sorts of things, the questions that you guys have been asking. So, it's not now me telling you what you should be thinking, it's you guys actually feeding back. And I love that about the social media, and I love that about webinars. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get started. So guys, the question for today really, I think, is one of those questions that not enough people are asking themselves, and a lot of people are living a massively deluded life, and I'm talking by far the majority, all right? And look, I'll go straight into the question. So, will I need more than one property, to retire, to live my lifestyle, or should I just focus on one? And I think that the interesting thing is that if we're totally honest, most people that are building a portfolio with us know that one property is never going to be enough. All right, but then if you go over to the masses out there that actually haven't caught on yet that they're absolutely screwed when it comes to a pension, or retirement, or any funding or government help or anything like that, realistically, those guys, they think get the home, pay it off, and they're sorted. So look, the question here really comes down to this: old paradigm versus new paradigm. And I think, for most people, they're still living here in the old paradigm. And the old paradigm is quite simply buy a home, pay it down so that by the time you retire, you've got no mortgage, the government will look after you. They'll give you a pension, old age pension, whatever, okay? Medical, through an NHS, you're all covered. So the old paradigm is very much get a home, government will look after you. Look, hopefully I don't even need to talk about this, go into this. Most of you guys know that these guys, look at the Labor Party. The Labor Party can't even manage their own finances. How the hell are they going to manage the country's? And they didn't. And it doesn't matter what party, that's across all parties. They're not addressing the issues, and they're not responsible enough to run the country, let alone take control of your pension and look after you in your old age. It's just not going to happen. The whole pension thing, old age pension, it's a defunct concept. And the sooner that you realise it, and the sooner everybody realises it, the sooner we can come across to the new paradigm. And the new paradigm is what I call 3+1. All right, now, sure, not everyone's going to do 3+1, but really it's about you self-fund your pension, and that's the concept. You have to self-fund your pension. How you do that? I mean, for me and for many others, the best way to do that is to build a property portfolio. And unfortunately, one property is not going to be enough, all right? You are going to need your own home, 3 investment properties as a minimum. Now, if you haven't actually understood the concept 3+1, grab my book, have a read of it. It's chapter 1, and you'll get that all explained to you, the numbers and how it works, and the practical application of that. The point is this, because actually, really, this is defunct one property or not, because if you come back to the real crux of it and you look at what it is that we want to achieve, sure, we want a pension, okay? And we've had literally thousands of people sit down, come to our offices, sit down, I've sat across the table and I've listened to them, and actually I can pretty much nut down to 3 things that people say they want to achieve out of building a portfolio. And the first one is, when they come in, is pension. The next one is lifestyle. And for me, actually, this is what it's all about, is lifestyle, all right? And the final one is kids, having something to give to the kids, passing something on to the kids. They're the 3 main reasons. And really, if you think one property is going to provide all 3 of those, then you're severely mistaken. You need to read more books, you need to get more educated, because you're off on a tangent. Now, you're living the old paradigm, all right? Which anything that has the government at its core to help you, to support you, to actually look after you is wrong. Dead wrong, stupid, ridiculous, and all those other words that I'm not thinking of right now. Okay, pension, lifestyle, and kids. Really, this is the key. And you know what I say is 3+1 is the minimum. That's going to look after your pension and give you a really good lifestyle. What it's also going to do by building a portfolio of properties, it's going to actually set a really good example for your kids. You know, most people when they come into us, what they do is they say, yep, I need to look after my pension, number one. I need to look after my kids, number two. And you know, lifestyle, well, yeah, it'd be nice, but that's something off in the distance. Realistically, what I'm saying to you is you should be, first of all, the pension, yeah, then the lifestyle, then the kids come third. And what I mean by that is this. If you build a portfolio, the pension's the easy bit. That's easy building a portfolio. And you know, if you do it right and you don't try and rush it, you know, 7 to 10 years, anyone can do it. It doesn't matter what your situation. If you're sitting there in debt, if you've got no property, 7 to 10 years, you can achieve that pretty easily. And the interesting thing is, lifestyle has a lot more to do with this thing up here than what's in your wallet, all right? And what I mean by that is that if you start building your portfolio, you start to change mentally. You get rid of some of those prohibitive barriers that you've been actually taught around finances and around money. And when you do that, very quickly, this lifestyle starts to play a part and you start to realize it doesn't cost a lot to do some of the things you've always wanted to do, okay? You don't have to be a millionaire or a multi-millionaire to have a really good lifestyle that you enjoy, to become passionate, fulfilling, and you know, worthwhile to the rest of society. And the interesting thing with the kids is if you start looking at these two things, you're going to become a better mother, a better father, you're going to become a better, you know, son, brother, whatever. And actually what that means in the big picture is you're going to be setting a really good example for your kids. And what will happen a lot, and we see it happen all the time, and in fact we've got strategies that include the kids in this whole thing, is that what you're going to find, those kids look at you, they see the example you're setting and they go do it themselves. And they probably do it better than you. Why? Because they've got all this latest technology and they, you know, haven't got all the preconceived ideas. Because you took that step and you put that thought in their head. So they're going to go out and make it work for themselves. So by the time it comes to passing something on, they're probably going to say, hey, mum, dad, spend your inheritance or spend our inheritance. That's certainly what I'm saying to my mum and dad. You know, I don't expect anything from them. I want them, you know, almost like the day they die to go, right, we've spent everything. You know, we couldn't have lived another day. But the truth is, having property, that will never happen, okay? And you know, there's just so many benefits when you do this and when you understand the new paradigm. One property is not going to do that. What I'm saying is, you know, 3+1, that concept, or the practical application, which is 7 to 10 properties, okay, with mortgages, held for 7 to 10 years at least, that's going to actually get you this, what you want. And these are the things, you know, that we really want. Okay, guys, thanks. So guys, I'm sure you found that information really valuable. The first step really now is that you need to get a plan. You need to actually, you know, work out exactly how you're going to put this in place. So what I encourage you to do is come in and sit down with us, talk to us, you know, grab a coffee with us. And what we can do is we can actually start mapping out what your plan is. Guys, I'm looking forward to meeting you real soon at either one of our webinars or perhaps a seminar, or if you come to one of our offices around the world. Have a great day, and remember, live with passion.